Anonymous inner classes are commonly used with graphical application development in Java. Whenever an event is generated from a component, such as a button or a list component, an event is fired and must be sent off to a method to be handled. For this reason, when you're developing a graphical application in Java, you will have several event handlers defined in your application. If you had to name each one of your event handler classes, you would end up with several different event handler classes. You can use anonymous inner classes to make this a bit easier because commonly your event handlers will only be used in one place inside of your application. Here I've given an example of defining anonymous inner class. This example illustrates some commonly used graphical code when developing graphical applications in Java. First, I've instantiated a new button component. This button component will be represented visually on the screen. After I've instantiated this button, I then call the addActionListener method on this button component object. This addActionListener method allows me to register an event handler with a button. The event handler will be notified when events are generated from the button. So when the user clicks on this button, it will call this method that I have defined. Notice the parameter list that I'm passing to my addActionListener method. The parameter list is opened here. I'm defining an anonymous inner class, and the parameter list is then closed with a closing curly brace and a semicolon. Passed off to the addActionListener method is a new instance of anonymous inner class. This anonymous inner class implements the interface ActionListener. The ActionListener interface defines a single method action performed. Here I'm implementing my ActionPerformed method inside of my anonymous inner class. Notice that this class does not have a name, and we do not use the class keyword to create this. We simply use the new keyword to instantiate a new object from the following class template. Here inside of my anonymous inner class template, I have one method ActionPerformed, which accepts a single argument of type ActionEvent. When this method is invoked, it will display a message to the system console indicating that the button has been clicked by the user.